Hi there. Welcome back to the Take 5 Challenge podcast. I am Henry Perezalonso, your host. And today I'm so excited for my guests and who I get to talk to. And again, for those of you that don't know what the show's about, this Take 5 Challenge really is about professionals connecting with each other as we sharpen each other through conversation. Sometimes you may see that in a hallway conversation at some kind of conference and you guys really get deep for a moment. This is our opportunity to intentionally connect with another professional and really build our professional network of folks through conversation. There is a Take 5 program that was started, in 2018 with the CPRS, and it's still going strong right now. And we can connect you with another professional if you like, which we can do for you. But today, really, it's about me modeling that Take 5 by chatting it up with somebody. So right after this, I'm really excited. We're going to have Ashlee Winslow with us today, and we're just going to see what she's all about and kind of learn a little bit about something for each other. And hopefully, again, if the goal is correct, we will sharpen each other, we'll connect, and we'll build a stronger relationships. So we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Take 5 Challenge. So excited to have my guest here and my friend just to chat with. Ashlee Winslow, welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
I am too. Why don't you, for the folks that might be watching, just tell them who you are and what you do.
My name's Ashlee Winslow. Currently, I run the Tulare Senior Center in the city of Tulare, but I'm also your Aquatics Section President. I'm excited.
So wait a minute, you're
I know.
An aquatics person that does seniors.
Whoa, that doesn't
Is that what it is?
fit.
Are you a seniors person that does aquatics?
I want to say I'm an aquatics person that does seniors because my passion for aquatics started long before my passion for seniors.
Okay.
So I've been in recreation for over 20 years. So I think realistically, I love it all. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what makes a really well-rounded professional, right? One who loves not just one aspect, but all aspects of recreation and parks. And I really do love it all. Like I used to be a CPSI, I have my CPRPA, I have my FO, like I love it all. Yeah. Like I just love it all. And so I think, but my aquatics passion.
Did you start as a lifeguard, or is that what
I actually started as a recreation leader. Nice. And out of necessity, I became a lifeguard. And then I think like 4 or 5 years into my career, the agency I was working for said, hey, we have a pool that needs someone to run it. Here you go. And so I think that's really where my love for aquatics came into play.
Let me ask you this. When you did rec, do you remember thinking that the lifeguards were a little bit, I don't know.
Oh, it's like totally different. Yeah.
Like, what are they?
I'm like, what are you guys hanging out in the guard office? Like, what is this? I have kids to watch. But now I kind of see both sides.
100%. It wasn't until I started running a pool and recognizing the certs and all the stuff that everybody goes through. I'm like, oh, that's
it's not just hanging out in the guard office. It's a lot more. Yeah.
There's different things that each side gets and brings to the table. But then I understood it was never really arrogance. It was confidence. That they had to do. And I really did appreciate that came through.
It totally, Now that I'm older and and I've done both and I've seen both and action, but definitely different.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But that's kind of cool. That's a cool story. I'm glad to know that, you started on the grass, but not in the water.
Yeah.
Which is fun. Which then brings you to a building today because you work with the seniors. How are you doing seniors?
So I ran the seniors. That was the same agency that said, here's a pool. They also said, hey, here's the senior center. So that's really where my senior center experience kind of started. That was probably been like 15 years ago. And then again, recently during COVID we had, all the changes that COVID brought, a senior center was kind of like, they needed someone to run a senior center. And I was the only one really with kind of senior center experience. So it just started off as a temporary and then it became permanent. So it's really, I love both, but I love aquatics. I think that's big.
So, but with the senior center, so is it a full senior center, fully run everything? They've got, all the classes. Do they do a nutrition program as well?
Yeah. So we're probably one of a handful. There might be others out there, but I haven't really heard of any that are continuing to do their grab and go food programs. So I oversee 4 food meal programs. So I do one where they come in and eat traditional. You come in, you eat your meal, and then
play some bingo, do whatever.
Go home. Yeah, absolutely. And then I run 3 other kind of to-go programs or delivery programs. So I have our kind of our basic frozen delivery program for those that can't leave their home.
Right.
I also have a hot delivery program too, that is like a daily hot delivery program. So there are certain seniors that need a little bit different nutrition, so that's where that hot meal delivery program comes in. But what COVID had really taught me was that we have this like gray area of seniors that are not being served because they don't technically fall under the congregate meal site, but they're not quite there to do the delivery programs. Like they can still get out. They're just choosing to limit how much they get out and what they do and how they do it. And so I'm really trying to push that grab and go program like as much as I can. What a lot of senior centers also don't know is that the state does allow that. They've provided guidance to say, yes, you can still continue to do the grab and go program under these guidelines. So I think that's really something that people need to know and understand, that it's an option out there for them to do.
So for you guys, where are the meals made and prepared?
So we have a full kitchen. So we contract with a caterer, and a caterer comes in every day and makes, I still have to go through all the hoops. So they send me a menu. I got to break it down and ensure it gets put into its proper nutritional categories. And then it gets sent to a dietitian who has to approve it. And then they come in and make it every day. So we have someone who comes in and makes hot meals every single day. Yeah.
How many meals do you say get prepared in a day? That's all three options, right?
So the only one that doesn't get prepared there is our frozen. But on any given day, we're up to like 275, maybe almost 300 meals a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that our senior center, we can only run one day a week right now.
Oh, okay.
And we're hitting almost 70 plus just in a day. And that's difficult. I would love to do more. I mean, I came from a traditional senior center that ran it all before with full nutrition program.
Right.
But this one it's more of a versatile community center. And oh, by the way, we're going to do some lunch for some seniors.
Yeah,
so it's not as good. I'd love to see it go the other way, but and I know it's hard work.
It's a lot of work. Yeah, and to me, it's absolutely 100% worth all the work that it has to go into it, and I will do it as long as I possibly can because I see the benefits. And what I see, and I think it takes some time, but I see it, is eventually those people, those like gray area seniors who maybe don't want to come in. Again, we're talking about a population who never had to ask for help, who they're independent. That's the direction that's who they are. And then you're asking them to stop and come in and hang out in a place where old people are. You know?
They never consider. They don't consider themselves seniors.
Yes, exactly. But I am seeing it where they're starting to say, "Oh, I know that guy. I'll come have lunch with him." So it is changing. That dynamic is changing. And I think where that grab and go program comes into play is that it's allowing them the opportunity to do it on their terms, not on my terms. I am a firm believer that we should not be holding someone's nutrition based on their desire to hang out.
Right.
Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. That's going against what the purpose of the program is. The purpose of the program is to provide them with nutrition, not providing them with an opportunity to congregate. I get they do. It's a good point and a good purpose to have, but we should be providing people with nutrition first and foremost.
I love that. That's just another. What is it? Food speaks to the soul at times too.
Not only that, but how many of us have had Snickers moments? I mean, come on. I mean, I have them all the time. Like, that's really a thing. Like, I really feel like if we can't feed their brain first, how can we feed their soul? So I think that's something that we're kind of missing in some of the stuff that we're doing. And I really, really feel like if we're going to have a healthy, happy senior, we need to make sure that they're getting the nutrition first, the recreation second.
So I love that.
Yeah.
So as you do seniors and as you're doing these things, like a thought process for me, and I always say this and try and challenge my staff, what are we doing now to prepare for us to get there, for when we're getting in there, and how do we make it? I mean, do you think we'll get stuck in that? Oh, I'm not a senior.
100%.
But how do we do that to where we I know it's age friendliness and preparing the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you had any ideas or thoughts of that's gonna, what's gonna get us in the doors?
Oh, and I really think this grab and go program, like I hate to say that, but I think about myself now and generation now.
It's kind of like a Starbucks moment. You go grab your thing.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to get it. I want to go home. Or drive through, right? I don't want, if I have to get out of the car sometimes, I'm like, forget it. I don't even want to do it. But we're all about drive through. We're all about convenience. And I really think a program like this is our future.
Right.
And not only that, but I think about, okay, so for this grab and go, right? We're hitting a group of seniors that we probably are kind of forgetting about too. A lot of my seniors are caregivers for their spouses, someone else. Parents, so they have an opportunity to get out for them. And then it's really for their whoever they're caring for too, right? So they can go get out for 15 minutes. They kind of have to wait in line for a few minutes to get their food, but they're getting out. They're getting that like 15 minutes where they're not having to deal with someone else's needs, and they're kind of focused on themselves for a few minutes. They get their lunches and they can go home and go back to caring. But that is really something that I'm like, I think we are also ultimately forgetting about with some of this population.
And then hopefully that does really set the tone for us
in the future. Yeah, absolutely. And again, I think we're going to see as we get older, these senior centers are going to have to go to something like that, because I don't know about you, but I love a good DoorDash. I love a good drive-through. I love a good opportunity where I can go in and get my stuff and go. I'm not saying I'm not antisocial, but at the same time, like when it comes to like eating or drinking, I kind of just want to get my coffee. I kind of just want to get my lunch, and I want to go about my day.
And then that's the opportunity that you're giving for the seniors to do the same thing through that program, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So someone like, for me, if I was your director, like what would you need or want from me? I mean, I know that this is what you'd want me to know, but how do I support that and kind of do that? And I don't know if you're, whether you're getting it or not, just more like I'm trying to learn from that. Like if X comes to me, how can I help?
I think just that, like, help me fight that fight. Like, I think for me, my biggest but my biggest conversation with our AAA organization has been, help me keep this program. Whatever we have to do, help me keep this program. Our costs are going up because, I don't know if you guys know this, but the state of California can no longer sell or purchase styrofoam. So I had to change to paper.
Oh, and that's where some of the stuff gets
so I put, I had to change what I put everything in from, like, a styrofoam container, which I totally understand. It makes absolute sense. But at the same time, the cost for my container went from $25 a case to now it's like $50 a case. So my costs are way up. So like helping me fight this fight to keep this grab and go program, and then helping me get those funds that I need to continue it, because I think the two kind of go hand in hand. Like, I want to be able to provide for the people of my community, which is what I'm there for, but then also to, keep those funds going. And it takes a little bit more. It's a little bit more money.
More fight. Stand by me.
I
appreciate that. So one kind of last question that I have for you is, this information should, like, I never believe this stuff should change, right? Well, this is the Take 5 challenge. And I just wanted to see if I can count on you to continue the challenge on and connect you with another professional, and whether it's sharing this or whatever. Are you in for the challenge?
Oh, absolutely.
Excellent.
I always try to do a little bit of check-in where I can. I did learn that from you. Absolutely. So wherever I can, I try to connect with, the people in my network and my neighborhood too. Like, hey, like, let's go have lunch, or hey, let's check in. Like, how are you doing? I learned that from you, Henry.
Okay, well, thank you
You're
for saying
welcome.
that, but I appreciate that. And thanks so much, Ashlee. This has been great, a great conversation, learned a lot. I will be back with some final thoughts, but thank you to Ashlee, and we'll be back. And welcome back to the Take 5 Challenge. Just had an opportunity to speak with Ashlee Winslow and really actually learn from Ashlee Winslow. She shared about this meal program that kind of goes on through her senior center, and the need for different types of, nutrition options for seniors. And I think that's a good thing to keep in mind. And it's also something that hopefully will lead us to kind of age friendliness, where we can go and grab some food or go and grab some time at a center, and making sure that we continue to thrive throughout our lives and able to age wherever we're at and kind of do those things. And it's nice to know that there's some really passionate people out there wanting to do this thing. So I thank Ashlee for letting me just think about that, and hopefully I'll be able to use this to encourage my own staff and what they need to do and how they need to achieve some things. So we're looking forward to kind of how that kind of plays out as well. hey, here we are. I want to thank CPRS, the Push to Play Network, for taking Take 5 under their wing. This Take 5 challenge is here for you. If you want to get a hold of me, go ahead and slide me a message over at the Take 5, the number 5 _ challenge. Shoot me a message there. Let me know if there's someone you want me to speak to, kind of have a conversation about, or if there's an actual topic, and I'll try and find someone to talk about that for a few minutes and see if there's something that would work for you. Again, Take 5 is meant for us to connect. It's meant for us to be sharper. So I welcome you, I invite you in, and I challenge you to Take 5. And we'll see you next time.